I'm Kate from Service Dealer, and today we're asking, how should the industry be promoting itself to attract fresh blood?
I've got a bit of interest in this from the point of view I'm on the AEA, which is the Agricultural Engineers Council for the farm equipment piece, and we're trying to get more youth in at an earlier stage, trying to get more promotion through schools to get people thinking about land-based technicians would be the way forward. I also think we could do more if we worked a lot closer with the IOG and bigger. I think that's happening quite well in ground scare, but we need to bring in people like the RNA when it comes to golf, and on the farming side the NFU and the Country Landowners Association. And I think if we can go as a complete industry to the government, then we're going to get more of a receptive ear to what we need for the future.
Again, using the likes of autonomous products, it's very cutting edge, a lot of technology, a lot of innovation in there. I think it's an attractive product to work with, and it's very much different to a conventional two-stroke or conventional rider machine, which is more spanners, and that type of tools we maintain. So I think much more focus on new technology, I think would be one thing that would definitely attract younger blood into the industry.
Yes, I think it's one of the challenges we have is a lot of people who are in this industry didn't actually decide to come into this industry. They fell into this industry, they accidentally came into this industry. They were in something peripheral to it and then ended up coming in. Having come in, a lot of those people then stay because it is a great industry and one that gives people a lot of opportunity, and it's an enjoyable industry. It's a nice industry to be in. So I think once we get people in, keeping them isn't as much of a problem. But I think the reality is, if we're going to lure people in, if we're going to make people actually leave school thinking to themselves, I want to go into that industry, then we have got to look at some structural issues around costing and pay, and how we actually incentivise those people to come in. If we're trying to pay somebody £12 an hour to be a fitter in this industry, and they can go into the motor industry and get £20 an hour, that is going to be a problem. And unfortunately that means that long term, the cost of repair, the cost of that specialisation that there is going to have to go up.
If I had the answer to that, I'd be a multi-millionaire by now, because it's a topic that comes up in every meeting I ever go to, both with industry, dealers, and so on and so forth. The only way this business will ever increase its capacity in terms of technicians and people coming into it is to make the industry attractive. And we're not attractive when people can go and spend the time getting a technician's training and get £50 an hour to go and sit under a nice Mercedes car in a lovely warm showroom, or go and spend the money they have to sit in a farmyard and a basic pressure washing machine before you can even start to look at it. We're not an attractive industry. We're not a valued industry in the minds of the people who are actually paying.
I think with that we need to have new products. We need to be more exciting with the products. We need to be more innovative, and I can see that happening and coming. And that way, we, hopefully, will be able to bring people out of other industries.
Well, this is always a difficult issue, and it's probably where the industry lacks, that we don't have a new young energy coming into the industry. And I think it needs to start from maybe if dealers were able to hold on to a little bit more margin and maybe be able to attract younger people with higher salaries and more benefits, and sort of jizz it up a bit. But definitely I think that there is an element there that we do need to attract younger blood in, and I think it has to be down to their payment and their package. Yeah.
I think that the influx of battery and electronic and robotics should really lend itself to a more youthful base that's going to come through. That's a lot more on the engineering side, but I really think that that's going to come through more even whenever you get into the sales and marketing piece. So I think that the advanced technology of what we're seeing in our industry is going to start bringing that through.
Very difficult question. We are an industry that seems to struggle with getting young people through. I would say perhaps there's our industry can be quite segmented. Golf's very much golf, sport's sport, and grounds maintenance is grounds maintenance, and the three struggle to talk amongst each other, and you do find that you get a lot of the younger generation coming up through golf. But we are an industry that struggle to keep the young staff within our industry and don't see them go off elsewhere.